What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my video again on Apple stock, and I think this one is going to be great because this is talk about what you should actually do with Apple stock, because a lot of people have been documenting the losses with the Apple stock recently. However, it's important to talk about the future because a lot of people, yes, if you're investing in something like CFD, I'm sure it's very unfortunate to be you right now because you will have lost a lot of money. Honestly, I do feel that one with you. However, it's important to note things will happen in the future too. So let's look at what's going to happen with the future with Apple. And if that sounds good, please do leave a like and subscribe. But we're going to start off looking at the 1 day and the 1 week. So when we look at the 1 day, we're actually slightly positive on Apple, which is nice. It does look green for today. Obviously, only a very small percentage because it is the weekend, but it is nice to see another green day with Apple. And when we look for the 5 day, which is a slightly longer period, we can see straight decline all the way down. And even now looks like another decline. And the stock price is continuing to go down. So it's important to note a few things with this. Let's look at reasons why this might have happened over the past week. So we've got a stock split, which has been a very influential factor. This is basically the only reason because Apple haven't released a lot of stuff recently. You can just imagine the stock splits are generally quite a good thing for a stock, but when it does happen, a lot of investors do take profit after that, and what that leads to is a stock being dumped like this. So if you're clever, you will know that a stock split basically forces price up generally, and then after that you'll just sell, because what more do you want? But you know that the price has gone up, and you're happy with your profit level, and you're going to sell out. But anyway, I'm going to talk about what we expect for the future with Apple stock and a longer period of time. So let's think about Apple. Apple, let's look at the market cap right in the corner. It's 2.10 trillion. Obviously, it was higher than that, but Apple is actually the biggest company in the world. And that is quite the achievement for a technology company which sells mobile phones and services and obviously other computing devices. But you can imagine for this to be the biggest company in the world, wow. Everybody knows Apple though, everybody knows the iPhone, the MacBook, the Apple Watch, so and so, so and so. Apple produce so many products, so we can just see for this one, Apple is going to be a stable company. It's not going to lose a market cap of 2 trillion to zero, so we can't see it dropping too much. However, if we look to a longer period of time, this is about the year, we can see Apple has been on a bullish run ever since basically March. So if we bought in at March, obviously the price is 62 because we had a stock split, and then we went all the way up till the highest point. This would have been a 121% rise. So we can see that it's quite the rise there, 100% and over in a few months. And the main reason for this is the driving of the stock split. So stock split happened, and people were happy about that. They knew that the price would go up, and a lot of technology stocks went up as well for absolutely no reason. But Apple, let's talk about the future for it. So when we look to a longer period of time, I'm just going to talk about a 5 year period. Let's go out to it. And this is my honest opinion. Now, you guys might disagree with this one, and fair enough. I'm going to talk about a more recent time period in a minute, but let's talk about it realistically. Apple is not going to go broke anytime soon. Apple is coming out with a new iPhone this month, I believe, and a lot of other cool products in the future. Apple is a very influential company when it comes to technology. If we'd have bought Apple stock at the start of 2017, 2016 even, let's say even 2016, okay, we would have been in now, we'd be up 500%, almost 416% to be exact. So yeah, we'd have been up a huge amount. If we'd have bought Apple stock even earlier in 2015, we would have been up 335%. But okay, fair enough. It's one thing to talk about the future. Let's talk more recently. So 2018, we would have been up about, if it will let me click it, apparently not. Okay, we would have been up 176%, so almost a double. In fact, over a double in price rise. If we'd have bought in 2019, 150. So not bad overall. We can see there's been quite the rise there. So one thing that we need to consider is even with the price drops, there has been a price rise overall. So if we'd have bought in even earlier around here, we would have basically even caught a rise up until now. But if we look over the past few years, Apple stock has been going up dramatically in comparison to a few of the past years. So let's think about honest reasons for this. So Apple stock surpassed 1 trillion market cap. I think it was about 3 years ago. All it took is another 3 years for the market cap to hit 2 trillion, and even higher than that, but obviously it's gone down with the recent crash. But we can see with the market capitalization shooting up so fast, and that's one of the influential factors for the price going up so high. Obviously, from March, no one knew what was going to happen, and the stock just happened to go up, and now it's starting to come down. But when we look at it on a graph like this, it's really not that bad of a crash. It's really more of a correction than a crash. Obviously, it could go down even further in the past, as we saw from the month of around January to around May. We saw quite the decline of 8%. I believe it's slightly stronger than that if we go even closer, but it won't let me do that, so oh well. But we can see that we saw quite the sharp decline, and there have been dates in the past when we have seen this as well. But it's important to know when we think about the long period, when it comes to actual investments, perhaps for trades it's not going to work, but for long periods, just think Apple is going to be a stable company for the future, hopefully. They produce such a lot of stuff. A lot of people love Apple stuff, and a lot of people will buy nothing but iPhones and MacBooks, etc., because they are known for being good stuff. And what this means is basically Apple should be around for a long time, and this should not really affect it too much. Apple is generally speaking a stable stock. However, in recent times, we can imagine no one knew what was going to happen. And what's gone on is Apple stock has dropped with a lot of the other technology stocks and what we could call technically a stock market bubble burst. So yeah, my news here is just basically if you are in Apple stock, don't really worry too much about it. Think more to the long period than the short period. I just thought I'd give you a bit of my opinion on this analysis for the stock. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one. Please do like any of the videos on screen, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.